behind me is a Mustang, but not just any Mustang. It is a convertible Mustang. Just kidding. Actually, it is a convertible, but it's not just any convertible. It is a convertible Terminator Cobra Mustang. And it's not just any convertible Terminator Cobra Mustang. It is my dad's old convertible Terminator Cobra Mustang.
This is 13-year-old me, giving my dad's car a wash, probably before a car meet or something on a Saturday night, just a few short months before he inevitably sold it. Now I'm 18, and due to some interesting turn of events, I had the opportunity to go buy the car back, and that's what I did. Hey guys, Blake from the editing booth here. Please pardon my lack of dialogue in these couple clips. At the time I was kind of living in the moment. We had just traveled probably well over 1,000 miles all the way from Florida to Colorado to get this car, and I hadn't seen it probably a good 3-ish years. And it was kind of just a mix of emotions, a bittersweet moment, because I was more than happy to not only have that specific car back, or have my first Terminator Mustang like I've always wanted. These are my dream cars, but it was kind of also that bitter moment where it was like seeing the car in the condition it was. A couple years ago my dad had this car. We had a lot of fun memories in it. We did a lot of things to it, but this was back before changing an engine every weekend was routine for us, so it was kind of strange to see this particular car in this state without the engine and everything. But I definitely was excited for sure to get it on the truck and get it back to Florida.
Yeah, so this car is, it's seen a thing or two. My dad had it for a few years when I was about this tall. He ended up selling it due to trying to free up some money for some business endeavors. And so he sold it up to a friend of ours in Michigan. Ended up selling it to his brother. Engine eventually figured out a way. I think water got in the crankcase or something. Developed a rod knock over a couple thousand miles. Sold it to a guy in Colorado who took the drivetrain out to have it rebuilt. Car had a 2.3 on it. Decided to use that to put together his father's 𝘈𝘂 Cobra that had been taken apart many years ago. So he bought this car to put his father's car back together, and it found we went all the way out to Colorado, and we brought it back home here in Florida. It's my dad's car. I'm putting it together. I thought that was a pretty cool circle. I already have all the eat and swap stuff. I'll talk more about in a little bit about the motor and what exactly we're doing with like the drivetrain. That probably leads me to show you the next thing. That's the very empty engine bay inside of it. So now real quick, I want to say before we really walk around this car, to please pardon my not the greatest workshop. Some people have been fortunate enough to supply themselves with a nice concrete workspace, nice and clean. We don't have that luxury. Not something we've invested in, partly because of the temporariness of it. It's worried about my dad's Terminator. And that project turned out all right, so I guess this one will be a-okay. First part of this, I got to show you the engine bay, because this is where all the meat and potatoes are, all right? And just like Thanksgiving, the meat and potatoes must think, you know, this is a very important thing. As you can tell, still has the same wheels I had on when my dad had it, except sitting behind him is some nice Brimbos. The interior is extremely clean. Well, right now it's a little dirty because this car ain't seeing much street time right now, but... Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I know it wasn't the most entertaining. It really was just to kind of get a video out there on the channel, and a little update for, you know, the 20 or 30 people that really care, and really want to see what's going on. Because, you know, every once in a while I get that whole comment where it was like, hey, where'd you go? Or, you know, did you sell your car, stop making videos? It's like, nah, the thing is with me is like, and my dad tries to get me to make videos all the time, and I tell him the same thing. I don't want to release a video that people aren't going to be entertained by or interested in. That's when the other day came, and I was like, man, you know what? I just got to get an update out there for people that want to see what's going on and see the new project and try to build up some hype. So that way when I make more thorough videos of, like, you know, throwing it together, like actually working on the car and getting our hands dirty with it, people are already interested in the build and they want to see what's going on. So I hope to make a good 4 or 5 videos out of this project. Every video will span from anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. And they're going to be in-depth videos talking over everything about the car, exactly what I'm working on, down to the details. You know, basically not a DIY kind of video, because I'm not really good at like teaching you something, how to do something, but it'll definitely be a video that'll help anybody else that are going to be in a situation like me where they buy a roller or they're Terminator swapping, you know, their GT or whatever the case. It's going to be a video that's going to help you, or these videos are going to help you. And then after those 4 or 5 videos, once the car's running and everything, I want to make one complete video, you know, kind of just going over the whole build for those of you that aren't necessarily interested in watching the in-depth details of putting a car like this together. You know, just kind of like a video like, oh yeah, you know, here's us bolting on the blower, and, you know, I'm hooking up this and that, and I'm crossing things off my windshield, and let's go do some burnouts kind of video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, you are the best kind of person. If you guys are interested in watching this build, if you haven't already, subscribed, you know, and all that. I'm not asking you to do anything. Do it if you want. And yeah, I'm very excited to see where this build goes. You guys take it easy.